All right, everybody. How's it going? I see somebody asking in the chat, is it techno or electro today? You always know by the intro music. It's definitely electro today. What's up? Just getting going, having some fun today. Definitely got a new toy to play with. I'm bouncing up and down. This is something I just did recently. This is a remix of a track that I did with somebody that's coming out on a cool label in the future. This is the first time anyone's ever hearing it, so more about that when it's official. Who's in the chat today? Acid Backs is first after 343 Labs, but Absent is in the house. Nice to see ya. Hey May, hey, what's up? Silvano Cortazar, what's up? Manuel Glota, welcome. Jan Andersfiets, did I get that right? Netherlands represent. Netherlands has always been good to me in terms of techno and my career and DJing and stuff like that. Good support. What's up, Wispa? Soul Machine. I'm John A. I'm not John A, but hello, I'm John A. Who else is here in the house? Tyler Blessing, David Pinto, Cyber Domain, Mr. Schneebly. I think that's everybody for now. All right, let's do it. That was as good a place as any to cut it off right after that robot was talking to us. What's up? This is Selway's Techno Saturdays. It's Electro Saturdays, actually. Really got to get some different titles so we can be more clear. I know you all sometimes... I know the clue is when I play electro for the intro music when I'm doing electro, but it would also be good if it says electro, right? There should be Electro Saturdays and Techno Saturdays, but hey, I love it all. That's fine. This is 343 TV, brought to you by 343 Labs, Music Production School, and 343 Studio. We're just 343 everything nowadays. And yeah, we live stream here a couple times a week, 2 or 3 times a week. We just had Tetro on Tuesday doing a sample challenge, and Abe was on yesterday, and I am on today, and that is how it goes. And we do this because we really, really love it, and we like to share what we do with you. I like to hang out here and make music and fool around with plugins and gear. Today, I've got an Arturia MiniBrute 2 that was just sent here by Arturia. Thanks to them. They've been really good to us, so they've given us... plugins to give away to you guys. They've hooked us up with gear and software to play with. So yeah, this was a nice little Christmas in June. It just showed up. I'm like, all right, let's play with it today. And it's a perfect sort of synth to do tweaky, crazy noises for electro. So that is exactly what we're doing. And anyway, you guys know the drill. Check out the links below to see what we have in terms of classes online, in person, in New York, and in Berlin. I just started a synthesis and sound design for producers course. Nice group of people. Looks like we're going to have a good time. And of course, we have 343 Studio, like a subscription-based thing. There's a free and 2 paid tiers, and you get different access depending on, hey, look, there are my hands. You get different access depending on, if you pay a little more, get a little more access. Go for the higher tiers. You can get sort of one-on-one feedback mentoring sessions with people like me, Abe Duque, all of our other instructors that are part of the studio setup. So sound interesting to you? Check it out. Go and see what we've got going on there. Links below. Join our Discord if you haven't already. Yeah, we got a lot going on. Without further ado, let's get into making some crazy music. Now, actually, what is happening with this thing? It's already crazy. It's making me do like weird, awkward, nerdy electro funk, whatever. I don't know. I'm having fun with this. All right. Oops. There's Ableton Live. But let's take a look more at what the MiniBrute's doing. Hopefully that looks good. The lighting is a little wacky. It's kind of hard to see this stuff. It's fun. There's like a little gateway into Modular. You got some patching you can do. So I started out with... I don't want to take the patch cables out. It's going to mess everything up. That's just making it real crazy. So let's just stop. So it's a mono synth, right? It's got 2 oscillators. It's got various waveforms. It's got different types of cross modulation. We can do FM. There's an ultra saw. There's a metal mod, which I don't even know. Honestly, I should look into the specs more when I look at these things. But it's kind of fun also to just plug it in and see what happens and not even know what you're doing. At least I enjoy kind of fooling around with that. All right, so we got the 2 oscillators. We got the filter section. We've got brute factor, which I guess is some kind of distortion feedback. I don't know. And different controls for attenuation, for modulation. We got the oscillator mixer. We got 2 envelopes. We've got, you know, some mod source, mod destination routing switches here. And we've got, I mean, this is what makes it the most fun, is it's got the built-in sequencer. And so that's what I did first, was just put in some notes. And it's just as easy as like an SH-101. You hit record, you put the notes in, you hit play, and it plays them in the order that you played them. It's, you know, I love that type of fast sequencer for off-the-cuff jamming and coming up with ideas quickly. And, right. Let's just jam a little bit. Let's just play around with it and see what happens. All right. So the ADSR envelope is controlling the filter. And there's your playing around with the amount of modulation to the filter. That's some resonance coming from the filter. And we're playing around with a pulse wave and a sawtooth wave. And there's no cross mod going on here, but there's something funny going on. I can't even see the cables anymore. I put my glasses on because it's kind of hard for me to... Everything's all fuzzy now. All right. I remember what it is. Okay, so this is... I like this about this AD envelope, is that you can loop it. Ah. All right, and that was sort of the first sort of tricky thing I thought about doing. You know, you can loop this envelope and turn it into like kind of like a LFO, well, not LFO, but like an audio rate waveform, right? And I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I could modulate that? And you can. So, all right. I got the LFO1, and it's doing more than just the decay. It's also doing the cutoff. All right, now it's not. That's the amount of modulation to the cutoff. But what I was trying to do is get the LFO to modulate that. Let's go to a different waveform. That right now it's doing sample and hold. It's like random. Let's go to a slow ramp or a triangle. There it goes. All right. And I'm using, there's a attenuator in here, so I can control how much of the amplitude of the LFO is controlling, you know, it's reducing the amplitude coming out of that LFO so it doesn't go as far up and down. You know, this is like basic modular stuff you need to think about when you're assigning things, when you're patching things. Like, what's the amplitude? What's the frequency of or what's the voltage? Kind of breaking it up and making it real crazy. I'm gonna go back to let's do a slow synced sample and hold. I'm trying to get it so it changes the rate of the looping of that envelope on quarter notes or something like that, or half notes maybe. I'm giving it a little more amplitude, so there's a wider range of fast to slow. That's ridiculous. All right. Anyway, just showing you how crazy you can get just with a couple of patch cables. And obviously, I'm going to have fun tweaking this when I record. Now, what else did I have going on? I have that same... Sorry, no, I have VCO2. I'm routed into linear FM. There it is. Now it's getting a little dirty, but not too crazy. I mean, I could also do FM right here, but I like what happened when I was coming straight out into the linear FM input on VCO1. I'm making stank faces. We're on the right track. I think it's time to hear it with the beat. All right, cross your fingers that it stayed in sync. All right, I'm gonna stop it actually. Wait, what's going on? All right, when it's looping and it's not, it just goes. It just doesn't want to stop. It's just talking to us. It's like, come on, let's go, let's get the beat going. Let me turn that off for a second. All right. There we go. All right, just put the looping back on. I kind of broke it explaining it to you. I'm going to have to work on it a little bit to get it back where it was. It was sounding a little fuller and crazier. Probably want to back off on some of that farty stuff going on. That's better. Man, I swear, it'd be so easy to just sit here and jam out and be a total nerd. I'm even wearing my glasses today. Just being a total nerd and not even talk. Just play with the synth because it's so much fun. But at some point, I'm gonna have to put my producer hat on and like decide to stick with it and then move on to the next thing, right? It's so easy to just go off on, like this for an hour and not get anything done. It is fun though. Let's do that. Let's record this. I'm just gonna play for a little while and capture some of this, and then, we'll see. All right, it's rolling. I'm gonna try to forget that it's recording and just have fun for a couple of minutes. Maybe we should maybe I'm gonna bring it back even more, like less of the wacky sample and hold. Might have to actually unplug a cable. Oh my god, I'm gonna unplug a cable while I'm recording. Live patching. It sounds so more, it's a little bit more straight and normal without that modulation going on. As soon as I go in with that sample and hold, it's like, uh-oh. All right, let's take a chance. Let's, a little more resonance. All right, I'm gonna unplug the sample and hold again just to make a change. Okay, let's do something that's not as random. Let's just more sweep up and down with a different waveform, or just slow it down. Actually, right there, it's cool. I got to back up on that resonance, I think. And everything. This is all going to be happy accidents. I'm hoping that things are just going to work out. plug that LFO1 back in. All right, too much. Back it up again. And let's switch the waveform. Now we're going to be a little more wavy up and down. What just happened? Can't do that too much. Okay. We can also play around with the transposing the sequence. I don't know if that's a really great progression, but whatever. Maybe it'll work. I can always go back and edit that out if I decide I don't like it. All right, I'm gonna go back to the random. Let's see if we can really mess this sound up, because I'm gonna totally destroy it, and then I'm gonna stop recording, and then let's try to make another part. Wait. I gotta think about this. All right, that was a lame crash cymbal. I gotta fix that. Too much resonance. What happens if we change the time division of the sequencer? Is it going to mess up totally? Yeah, it's kind of not right. But now I got 16th note downward ramps on the LFO. I might cut this part out. It's a little out of sync now. I knew that was going to happen. Now, all right, I feel like I can give myself I said I was going to break it before, now I really am. Let's just make it noisy percussion. Any timing problems, I can fix them in the audio. That'll work. Okay. I'm just going to keep going. This is great. We got Electro birds. I could just listen to that. What does that sound like with some delay or something? I am really glad this happened. All right, now how can I mess it up? Huh? There we go. Let's try a different waveform. It's making me smile. It must be good. Kareem says, all right, let's check out. I've been ignoring you guys for a little while. Let's take a break. Or at least turn the beat off. And hear what the synthesizer's doing, this weird stuff it's doing right now. Kareem says, where'd my mouse go? LFO to decay would work nice now. That's what I've been doing. I've had the whole time an LFO, this one. I mean, it's not just doing the decay, but it's modulating this. So you hear that long doo. That's this decay being re-triggered. This envelope's being re-triggered. That was a nice little sequence, a little build-up. Oh, what happens if I bring in an oscillator? Now, I wish I could modulate that decay, but there's no input to control the rate of the decay on the ADSR. So I'm just going to have to record myself doing that. All right. Let's stop. As soon as I can reach that stop button. Stop. Okay, that was fun. Now I gotta decide what to do with it. All right, you stop looping. It just keeps going when it's, what is happening? All right, goodbye. Goodbye, patch cables. It doesn't want to stop. Why won't it stop? All right, so this is the thing. Like, I only just used this for the first time today. I guess it's because the noise is coming through. I don't know. So we're going to have to like start fresh. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be a little bit of a tightrope walk from now on because that is as much as I had prepared. So yeah, now the idea was to like lose all of that and try to start something again. Sorry, I just dropped the patch cable. All right. Let's take a breath. Let's regroup. It's about halfway through. I can't believe time flies that fast. All right. So here we are. It's 343 TV, Selway Techno Electro today. Selway Electro Saturday. I've got my glasses on. I don't usually wear my glasses in front of everybody. But I was having trouble reading these. I'm getting old. I was having trouble reading the little words on this on the front of this thing. From this angle especially. So these are really helping me actually see which, there's Ultrasaw, there's Pulse with Mod. And yeah, today we're playing around with the Arturia MiniBrute 2. This is literally the first day, this is the first time I've ever touched one of these, and I'm having a lot of fun. It is, definitely, I mean, any synth is good for making electro and techno with, but this is definitely fun right away. It's familiar enough, right? It's got the little things that I would want to get those types of sounds really quickly. And yeah, let's let's just check in. I want to see, some of you guys have been commenting in the chat here. Let's go back here. Absent, what's up, says, the good part of this machine is that it properly syncs Ableton with other hardware if you route your MIDI through it. Interesting. Now, actually, let me ask you, because when I guess you have one. That's cool. But when I'm controlling, I'm sending sync from Ableton to it, and there's a big delay, which I had to adjust for. But how do you have your Absent? How do you have yours routed out? Do you have Arturia? Do you have the Arturia going into live, or do you have Arturia going into live going into the Arturia with MIDI sync and then out to your other hardware? Because I was, when I was starting and stopping the sequence earlier, I was finding that the delay offset changed and I had to adjust it again, and that's a pretty typical thing to happen. And I'm using it could be that's because I'm using the USB, but yeah, let us know here in the chat how you have your setup and how you have a tighter sync, because I would like to know that. All right. Wispa's been saying all sorts of stuff. He's like, I guess probably the biggest commenter here. Sounds good, out of sync. That's what we were just talking about. Turtles on Nintendo. Yes, I think that's where we kind of got to some of the weird noises. We got some video game kind of sounds going on there at the end with the resonance and the crazy modulation and the noise there. Cool. And Supermarks, hey, what's up? Supermarks says, release the Electro birds. We have done that. They are flying. They are flying away. They're gone. Actually, no, we've captured some of them here for future editing and arrangement, perhaps. And thanks, Cyberman Domain. Glad you say it sounds very nice. Cool. All right, so Absent is answering live into the Arturia, the MiniBrute as slave. That's exactly what I'm doing. And I don't know. I felt it drifting a little bit, but maybe I was just being anxious. And I don't know. I had to go back in. I mean, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. Actually, no, let's go to here so you can see. I have the clock sync delay set to -47, and I don't know, maybe it's supposed, is it song or pattern? Does that work better? I don't know how you might have that. Either way. Now I'm going to go back and let's listen to part of what I have recorded here. Maybe I'll just find like a 4 or 8 bar loop just as a starting point. And let's hear it with the drums so we can get down. I like this. Cyberdomain says, Wabi Sabi, the glory of imperfection. There's definitely some imperfection going on in here today. And it just makes it all that much more funky, I think. All right, Soul Machine asks, is it possible to route audio into the Brute? Well, I would imagine you can use audio as a control signal going into the patch. I'm looking, is there an input to the filter? All right, my mic stand's in the way here. There's filter mod input, there's resonance mod input, there's cutoff, but I don't see an audio in. I mean, it could be there's one on the back of the machine that someone else who has one of these, please weigh in and answer that question, because right now I can't check without like messing up my setup. All right. Gonna find, just keep it here where it's low. And now I got to think about what kind of other part do I want. I kind of like the idea of a 3 I'm just playing dotted eighth notes myself right now. It's not sequenced yet. So it looks like the sequencer can do, you can tap or do rest. Oops, let's start over. And also, I don't remember turning on the portamento, but we'll just work with it. We'll figure that out later. All right. So I was able to do the dotted eighth kind of syncopation, 16th and then 2 rests. I don't mind the bendiness of that. I'm still kind of going cross-eyed trying to find the portamento. I'm not sure about the low note, but I'm not going to stress it right now. Let's go, I'm going to do like a notch or a high pass. Now let's see how we can mess this up. Keeping it simple like that might be good. Abe Duque, your clock is not wrong. I started early today. I had to move it up because I got to go do a family thing. But I'm glad you made it. Thanks for being here, Abe. Acid Bat says, I'm wondering where's the portamento. Portamento might be engaged inside the box. You can access things under the hood, right? I don't remember hearing it earlier though. All right, well, obviously I have some more stuff to learn about how this things work. There's a lot going on in here, which is, so let's just concentrate on what we've got here. I just want to hear this with a little bit of the echo, add a little bit of extra rhythm to this. And I'm going to hit record while we play because I like how it is, and I might just use it as it is. But then, of course, we got to mess it up. Let's hear a fill. That worked. Oh, I almost forgot about this. I have a Arturia fragments effect on the drums for some glitchy fills every now and then. This could definitely be a live jam if I practice. All right, now let's mess up this sound. All right, I'm gonna try I don't know if it might be too high frequency. Oh, that was fun. I just plugged the patch cable into the linear FM input and, just from holding the end of it, like the ground hum that happens. That's cool. I'm a module. All right, but let's give it an actual output. Uh-oh. I just added, I forgot that the record is on the sequencer, so I just added a note to the sequence, but that's all right. All right, I'm gonna turn off this hi-hat so we can hear what's going on a little bit better. Let's get the cutoff modulating with something, huh? So we're going to do filter FM. Actually, let's use that. Try LFO too. It's kind of subtle with whatever it's doing. There it goes. Now that I brought the cutoff up higher, we're hearing more of a range up and down. Okay. I like the idea of more percussion, although we did this earlier. Let's see what else we can get out of this particular pattern. See, now... All right, let's stop. All right, I got some stuff out of there. That's cool. Now I'm like... where's that portamento? I really want to be able to turn the portamento off. It's kind of crazy that I'm not immediately seeing a way to do that. Again, I guess that we got to use the software control. All right, now let's get... I'm going to go over here and set up another track so we can record a little bit more. How are we doing for time? 1240. Feeling the pressure. Got to keep this moving. Got to keep it going. And I'm going to look to you guys a little bit for some ideas on which way to go with this. All right. I still like what I started with the best. I'm sure there's some stuff we can have fun with later in that second part of that recording where it gets crazy. Right, but I'm just gonna, for now, let's just loop it on that part that's simple and clean and not too crazy. And then we're gonna try this again. Why don't you guys think about, like, what's, I mean, there's, I was just talking about this with Abe the other day. You know, we're talking about, like, when you're starting a track, like, do you have a specific idea in mind? Like an idea for a hook or like a vibe first and then try to create that? Or do you just turn the machine on and start experimenting and playing, and then when something works, you know, like start with a drum beat and then put your synth in and then find an idea? I mean, I say equally both, right? Like sometimes you sit down and you have a specific idea and you try to make it or you try to find it. Or other days you're just like doing what I'm doing today and tweaking the parameters and playing around and trying to kind of get the ideas going in the moment and finding some inspiration that way. I think both in equal measures, I would say. I also think kind of stylistically, it depends on what you're going for, right? If you're making more sort of weird experimental stuff, then probably you're going to do more exploration and accidental kind of happy accidents, like discovering things and using that. Or, you know, maybe if you're trying to be a little bit more like peak time, power hour, get the dance floor going and it needs to be exactly a certain way, then maybe you're going to sort of try to start with a more clear idea from the beginning. Either way, interesting. Cyberdomain says, I always build a groove around a snare. And is that making electro? Because I would say, like, you know, a lot of times the heavy beat in electro is the 2 and the 4. It's like you're accenting that. So it kind of makes sense to get your groove going against that backbeat, so to speak. That's kind of a good way to get started. Absence says, I sculpt my sounds to the moment. Right. And I think that works really well for, especially, you know, if that type of techno, like, totally makes sense to do it that way. And, oh, thanks, Wojciech. Glide is in top left corner next to pitch. So did I turn this on before? Right, there's fine-tuning glide. All right, that was dumb. It was there, though. Literally, from the angle that I'm sitting, the word glide is blocked. I can't even see it. The ultra saw knob is covering up the word glide. I have to actually, like, get up here and look down to see. All right. And now, as soon as I get the audio going again. Thanks so much for pointing out that really obvious thing that I missed. That was great. So now we all know that the glide is right here. It is not hidden in software control. And I think that's exactly where it should be. That's an important control, performance control. You want to be able to turn that on and off, like, right away. All right. I don't know. Let's try to make this. I'm gonna try to make a sound, just sort of without worrying about the beat. Let's just sort of hear what this thing can do. Maybe something more thick, more sort of thick and rich, detuned, kind of warm sound. We'll see what we can do. Probably go back to low pass filter. All right. There's a low pass. Yeah, again, I should have this thing tilted up because from where I'm sitting, I can't even see any of this stuff. Actually, you can't either because it's cropped on the top of the video. There it is. Nice. There, we like that. The big, fat, detuned. All right, so we got that's the metal mod. That ultra saw mount, it's, unless I'm missing something, it's pretty subtle, right? Actually, let's get. Oh, I see. So this is just bringing in detuned saws on one oscillator. That's cool. All right, and it's that we can really make some big fat sounds by mixing these different waveforms together. And there's our pulse width modulation. All right, that sounds like something I want to modulate. So I'm playing around with the metalizer, which sounds really cool on that triangle. We want to be able to modulate that. So that's definitely back to the patch, right? And it looks like we've got a metal mod. So let's see. We want to have that, and let's come out of the ADSR. Now, normally it's normal to, I said normally it's normaled to, the metal mod is being controlled by velocity, but I wanted to be able to sweep it down, so I've got the ADSR. We're getting kind of dubsteppy there, but don't worry about it. It sounds good. All right, that's what we got. Now, I don't know if this is going to fit. It's a start of a sound. I guess it's kind of leading into the like more melodic bass line direction in my head. So I don't know if I'm actually gonna, because I already have a bass groove, right, with the first layer that we added in there. So I'm not sure that they'll go together, but. I like that better with the growl from Oscillator 2. Yeah, exactly. David Pinto says, oof, that is so dubstep, LOL. Yeah, that's why I need to fix it. I don't want it to be that obviously like womp womp, right? But definitely, you know, if you're into those kinds of sounds, the Metalizer is in the ballpark, and you know, you can add effects and make it even more crazy if you want. All right, honestly, I'm starting to lose it. Sometimes you get a lull. We started this show on a super high. I was like caffeinated, and we got into it, and it was fun, and I'm bopping around. And now, what time is it? It's 12:50. It's almost 1 o'clock. So I've got a few more minutes to go before I got to jet out of here. But that happens. We all have our ups and downs. I'm gonna let's put the beat on again. Let's groove a little bit and see if we can't pick things up. And I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna do musically with this sound. All right, I don't want the sequence on for this necessarily. Maybe I just need one note. Sometimes the first thing you do, just keep doing it and it makes sense. All right, I have it. Now, I could send, right now, you know, it's sending clock to the Arturia MiniBrute. Let's turn the clock off, and I'm going to send it actual MIDI notes. Oops, I forgot about that. It's just another sound I was working on. It's a big chord stab. There, that's the key we want. All right, that's for later. Let's add in one more MIDI track here. And get this going to the MiniBrute so I can record some MIDI. Come on! Uh-oh. What am I doing wrong? Total failure. It should be working on like all channels. I don't know. So, oh, what is going on? You can see it's receiving MIDI. All right. Well, that's not a good way to end the show. Again, be nice to me. This is the first time I've used it. Oh, wait, I know what it is. I'm an idiot. This is what happens. All right. There we go. Selway needs to eat lunch. All right. Sounds like I'm clipping something. I need to turn the volume down a little bit. Let's use the glide. All right, I got some ideas in there. All right, we had our little stumbles there, here and there, but it's all right. We had fun today. I have to get going. The doorbell's ringing. I got the family stuff to attend to. I just want to thank everybody for being here today, an hour early. It's a little crazy again, but I had a lot of fun playing around with this new toy we have here. Thanks, Arturia, very much for sending us this MiniBrute 2. I'm definitely going to be making use of it on the show, in the classroom, and going to use it in some tracks. So again, thanks to everybody. I will see you next week. Adios.
暗闇の中でのダンス風のように飛ぶロボット愛を感じるスペース超自然マインドゲームコンピューターで無双 風の